Hello there. How are you doing today? Hope you're well. Still thinking about light. There's so much in the scriptures about light and its sort of sister, glory, really, because glory is all about brightness. And if you think about the transfiguration when Jesus was up on the mountain top, suddenly everything about him shone with that amazing glory, which was so bright. And you think of the number of times people in the Old Testament wanted to see God, and he said, you can't see me, and we can't contain the glory. We can't cope with the brightness of his glory. But I was thinking of a verse in Proverbs 4, verse 18. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. The way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know over what they stumble. That's verse 19. But it was verse 18 I was really focusing on. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. Now, this is one of those verses where you need to use your imagination and just think of those days. If you've never done it for a long time, maybe it's something to do. Set your alarm tomorrow to wake you up just before dawn and watch the light dawning in the sky going from darkness gradually to the full light of day. Because we don't see the fullness of it in the winter, but in the summer when the sun is brighter and the light is lighter, as it were. Often we're overcast, aren't we? But even in the winter, you can see that when it's dark and you can't see anything, and almost imperceptibly, the light begins to dawn, and it just starts, and then you can make out things vaguely, and then you can make them out much more clearly, and the light grows and grows and grows until full day. The path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, growing brighter, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. This is our path, the path of the righteous. We are righteous. We've been made righteous. We've been given the righteousness of Jesus because of what he's done for us. Paul tells us that quite clearly in Romans, that we have become the righteousness of God. And our path grows brighter and brighter, goes lighter. So when you first come to faith, you don't really know what you're doing. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. And slowly over time, you get to know more and more about the Lord, and he leads you, and the way you should go becomes clearer because his light shines upon the way. It's a lovely thought, but it made me think this morning. I hadn't thought of this yesterday, but as I was sitting here thinking about what to say today, it made me think of another instance where something gets brighter and brighter or greater and greater as we go on. And that's in 2 Corinthians 3, verse 18. We all with unveiled face, beholding the glory of the Lord, are being changed into his likeness from one degree of glory to another. We're changed from glory to glory as we fix our eyes on Jesus, as we closely follow him, as we do our best to be like him. We become like him. You know, this is a fact, isn't it, that happens in human life. It's a strange thing, isn't it? But quite often, if you see couples that have been married for a long time, you could pick them out of a lineup as to which two went together, because they grow like each other. It's very interesting. They do grow like each other. And like a man with his dog. How many men with their dogs or women with their dogs, and they've had the dogs for a long time and they look like their dogs? Have you seen that sometimes? I'm not meaning to be disparaging, but it's just something that some people have occasionally remarked upon. That the thing that we live with all the time, the thing that we become like each other. We become like each other in the way we speak and in the way we think. And when you've been married for a long time with somebody, you know what they're going to say before they say it. You almost read their mind at the same time. It's quite a strange thing, isn't it? And so this says, we all with unveiled face. He was talking there about Moses having to veil his face because the glory that he had seen in God was being shone out of his very face, and they had to cover his face with a veil because people couldn't look at him. That's an amazing thing, isn't it? That the glory of God should shine out of a human face because he'd spent time with God. And this is what we are promised, that as we go on and we become more like him, we are being changed. We're not changing. We are being changed. And the end of that verse says, for this comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit. So God is changing us. His Holy Spirit in us is changing us into his likeness. And we have that promise in 1 John 3, I think it's about verse 2 or 3, that when we see him, we will be like him, for we will see him as he is. You know, the likeness is going to continue to grow until we are a reflection. We are made in his likeness, just as Adam and Eve were made in the likeness of God right at the beginning. And that likeness has faded as people have grown away from God. That likeness has disappeared in many ways. But as we go closer and closer to God, we become more and more like him in all his characteristics and in his ways. And it's a wonderful thing. So your path, if it looks dark at the moment, just ask the Lord to shine light upon it. And as you follow him, your light, your path, will grow brighter and brighter, just like the light. And it comes at the beginning of the day, slowly, almost imperceptibly, becomes clearer, and you can see things more clearly as the light dawns. So the light on your path, the promise is it will dawn. However dark and dim and unlit it seems, and however vague what you believe God is calling you to, as you follow that path, it will become clearer because God will shine his light on it. What lovely promises we've got today to think about. God bless you. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.